Hey, this is Chris Powell with Aurum Realty, and today we're down in Dupont, Indiana. So we got a nice little brick ranch here, full basement. This is 9714 North State Route 7. Again, that was 9714 North State Route 7 in Dupont, Indiana. Yeah, 3-bedroom, 1-bath. It's 1,148 square feet. It's currently on the market for $224,900. Again, that was $224,900. So it's sitting on 1.5 acres, and it was built in 1966. Definitely, it's a little dated, but well cared for home. So we'll flip the camera around here and kind of give you an idea of what the neighbors look like and the neighbor surrounding area looks like, and then we'll take a look inside. So this is State Route 7 right here in front of us. So if you're familiar with the area, State Route is one of the more main thoroughfares down here. So it is mildly mild traffic. I mean, you're going to definitely have some traffic in front of the house. The roof looks to have been replaced. It's newer, 3-dimensional. Don't have the exact age listed, but it's definitely been replaced, 15, 20 years or less, being a 3-tab dimensional. Do have a nice paved driveway here. So nice neighborhood here. Just get an idea. There's quite a, 7's a fairly well-traveled road, so and we got nothing but fields around the house. Currently, we've got bean fields here. I'm sure next year probably corn or whatnot, but no immediate neighbors to the left and right or behind, but we definitely have a neighbor directly across the road. But other than that, that's all you got. So go ahead and step inside and take a little walk around inside. Got a nice covered front porch here. Perfect place for a swing. Sit and sip your coffee. Again, it's a standard ranch. So as soon as you walk in, we have the living room. Got a nice wood burning fireplace here. Large brick mantle. There is a mini split here up on the wall, which is the AC for the home. Just go ahead and point it out. It does have electric heat, and this is the ceiling heat. So if you're not familiar with how this works, is basically it's a radiant coil in the ceiling. I have no idea. I would love to know if somebody could tell me why they are so popular in Madison in the 60s and 70s homes. They were just extremely popular. You go into a lot of these houses in Madison and they have this electric radiant ceiling heat. Still working today. It's not the most efficient thing you could get, but it's still working. So we have the 1-bath here, double vanity. There's no tub. We have a stand-up shower with a seat in there. Tub size. So if one wanted to, they could definitely put a tub back in there. I'm sure there was a tub originally. We've got lots of closet space in here for linens. We always got to get that handsome real estate agent in the picture who needs to tuck his shirt in. Then down the hallway here we have the 3 bedrooms. So this is the smaller of the 3 bedrooms. Pretty much not going to get much more than maybe a twin in here. You're definitely not going to get a full. Maybe a full. It's going to be tight. That'd be about, but twin for sure. So this is a little larger. I think you could get a full in here. Just pointing out here that being let's use this plug. Being 1966, the plugs are not grounded. They don't have grounded plugs. So it's kind of a flip of a quarter whether or not you're going to have a 3-wire plug in the wall. Might just be 2 wires. Not the end of the world, but just pointing that out, that they all the plugs in the rooms are ungrounded. The bedrooms are about equally sized, and they are not very big. So just 1,200 square feet, you're not going to get a whole lot of bedroom size in that many square feet. Do have a nice closet here right at the hall. Good sized closet for storage or for coats for guests and whatnot. Back to the living room into this good sized nice fireplace. So that flows into like an eat-in kitchen. So here kind of again we got the dated kitchen. Kitchen's probably original, you know. So the cabinets are definitely more than likely original for 1966. There you go to show you got a grounded plug there. So hard to say. Chances are they have gone through and upgraded those plugs in the kitchen to make them GFI. But that would be, I don't see a GFI plug. But we'll check the breaker box when we get downstairs. So all of the plugs in the kitchen here are grounded. Judging by how they have been installed upside down, or with the ground up, it's probably maybe a modern install because that's just how more the proper way to do it is. But okay, let's go off into that's the kitchen. Then off the kitchen here we have a an oversized single car garage. Oh, sorry about that. An oversized single car garage. It's like 1.5 cars, so got a little space for a workbench and whatnot. The washer and dryer hookup, just to point that out, is in the basement. So off of the garage, we do have the entrance to the basement, which is a little odd, but I've seen it before. So as we go down here, just to point out a little bit, and it's actually almost dried up since I've opened this door up here. This area here was a little damp. If I had to guess, I would say maybe not from a leak, but more from air flowing up and down. Because a lot of times when the humid air outside hits the cold concrete floor, it condenses. So that might not actually be from a leak, but more of just airflow. So hard to say. There's not a whole lot of water, but it definitely is just a little damp right there. The rest of the basement is nice and dry. Actually, take that back there. There's a little water over in this corner too. So we got a little bit of a water area here. Just to point that out. But is that a floor drain? Can't really tell what that is. No, it's just like where a paint can or something was sitting. But anyway, there is water right here. So the basement is not 100% dry. You got the classic 1960s shower in the basement. I don't know why those were so popular, but they're all in 1960s homes. There are a few cracks in the foundation, but for being a 1960s block basement, it does seem to be very nice and square. I don't see any bulging or anything of the basement floor. Just a few cracks underneath of the well windows, but the walls do not seem to have any bowing or anything like that. Lots of spider webs down here. Okay, so we got the water heater, and again, so that is actually your washer and dryer hookup is over there. So here's where our sewer is exiting. It is PVC. Thought for a minute that might be copper, which would be kind of interesting. So here is our electric panel. It's an older panel, probably original, but nothing out of the ordinary. So we definitely have some quite a bit of modern Romex in here. So there's definitely been some upgrading somewheres along the line. Can't see. Oh yeah, here we go. So we got 3-2, so, or 2-2. So this would not have ground in it. So that's one of the big reasons. And if I had to guess, I bet that maybe, I bet that's the kitchen where they maybe upgraded the kitchen, or that might be going out to that, the mini split. But anyway, the moral of the story is, I mean, it's a modern brick. It's old, but it's a modern. It's not out of the ordinary, but there is no GFI on any of these breakers. So unless they upgraded upstairs somewhere to a plug GFI, it doesn't look like there's a GFI breaker. And the reason I bring that to a point is if it's a USDA, FHA, VA loan, more than likely, not having a GFI breaker on the kitchen and the baths. You know, it's required to have a GFI breaker on the kitchen and the baths, and I don't see one. I mean, but that's what home inspections are for. And yeah, so there's another grounded plug, but still not GFI. So anyway, that's just to point that out, that does not seem to be a GFI unless I'm missing it. So we'll go ahead, and there's a man door coming off the garage here. We'll step outside. Here's that mini split carrier, you know, modern. I mean, I'm assuming that cools the whole house. It is just on the one side of the house. So I was going to walk out on the back deck. We'll go back in that way. So here's the back deck, the fenced area here. If you got little kids or little animals, keep them intact. There's a little barbecue there that's seen better days. Little view of the backyard. It's got this gorgeous oak tree. I mean, it's just, this oak tree is just awesome. Love big old oaks, you know. If one of those things, if this tree could talk, because, you know, this thing sprouted probably long before this house was built, or who knows, it's been sitting here for a long time. Probably 75 to 100 years old without a problem. So we got a little maple over there, and another maple over there in the side yard. So we got this barn here. It's got, I mean, it's functional, you know, definitely older. It's got concrete floors in it. It's got a slider on the side there. But it definitely would keep you dry and be a nice little workshop. Definitely a lot of space in here. This is 30 by 40. So definitely got a little wood stove there that probably has seen better days and not operated for a long time, but you know, that's how they probably heated it. So anyway, just a garage, you know. Doesn't have to be fancy to turn wrenches in if you want to, but it definitely keep your stuff dry and protected. So door here needs to be replaced. I mean, it could probably be tightened up and serviceable, but it definitely needs a paint job, and if not, just replaced. Probably be easier just to replace it. Metal on the garage roof is metal, so probably has quite a few more years left in it without a problem. We'll go back through the gate here, go back inside, and finish up. So okay, there's those well windows that were there. So this is that transition point about right in here where the steps would be going down. So I really don't see any particular reason why, unless like if this gutter was clogged and overflowing might cause the water issue of where that water came down. You know, this is kind of coming out right here, the downspout. So if that was to be pushed out and farther away, maybe head that direction over towards the bean field or something. Because right now that water might dump out right there and just flow right back to gather right here and seep through the foundation there. That might be where that water is coming from. don't see any cracks or anything in the mortar. Again, that's, you know, the house, the bones are here. It definitely seems to be stout. Like I said, I think this was just a well-loved older home. Needs some updates, but definitely looked to be well-loved and taken care of over the years. So, but yeah, that concludes our little walking tour here of 9714 North State Route 7. If you have any questions about this house or any house in the market, we're happy to help you. We can show you anything out there and help you with anything out there. So if you're looking to buy or list, give us a call. My cell phone number is 812-290-1403. Again, that was 812-290-1403. And this was Chris Powell with Aurum Realty. Have a great day.